looking at Law
Still
2.
here.
Law 2 is going to be a very brief one because Law 2 is about the ball. I don't know if you knew this, Ewan, but the sport of football is played with a ball.
Yes.
It's in the name. And that ball has some certain qualities that have to be met in order for it to be a legal ball. All balls must be spherical. We are not playing rugby here, guys. The ball must be made of suitable material, just like the appropriate material for the goal nets. What is suitable material? Nobody knows, but it has to be suitable. And the ball has to have a circumference of between 68 centimetres and 70 centimetres, or 27 and 28 inches. Quite a small tolerance, but there's a wee bit of variability, and must weigh between 410 grams and 450 grams at the start of the match. I have to say, in my entire time refereeing, I never brought a measuring tape or scales with me to check. You just felt the ball and was like, this feels like a normal ball. It's got a size 5 written on it. That probably is going to be the right ball. I suppose it would be more in the case, I guess, if a team saw it and complained, then it would be the referee's job to check it was appropriate.
They've not had the same thing they've had in American football, where Deflategate, indeed. But I can't see how that could possibly be of any advantage to a football team. Well, maybe if you're like a weaker side, doing something weird with the ball, might be like a leveler or something. But
just completely flat so it can't be kicked would be. But and it's got some stuff about the pressure, and it has to be between 0.6 and 1.1 atmospheres. We obviously all know what an atmosphere is at sea level. But and you do see sometimes, and definitely high level football, these things will be checked, and the referee can have a wee pressure gauge to check what the atmospheric pressure of the ball is. And they have to meet, if they're being used in FIFA competitions, they have to meet the FIFA quality programme for footballs, which sounds riveting. Anything else? You can't have commercial advertising on a ball apart from the logo of the competition and the manufacturer's trademark. So you can't, although most football clubs have a match day ball sponsor, that sponsor can't actually appear on the ball, I suppose. Not that they do, but your ball can only have your club badge, probably some, if it, at the low level, something written in a marker pen for some reason, and like the badge of the competition. So all the SPFL balls have the SPFL logo on it, etc. Replacement of a defective ball. If the ball becomes defective, then play is stopped and you restart with a drop ball. One of the few, in fact, no, it's not. I was going to say it's one of the few occasions where you can still have a contested drop ball, but I don't think that's true, actually. I think it would still be uncontested. If the ball becomes defective at a kick-off, goal kick, corner kick, free kick, penalty kick, or throw-in, the restart is retaken. So if you step up to swing a corner in, put the ball and realise it's defective, then you get to take the corner again. I.e., if the ball bursts when you're taking a corner, I suppose. There have been incidents of this. I think you've seen it a couple of times where like someone's went to kick the ball and it's just basically went flat or exploded as they've done it. Doesn't happen that often because the balls are good. They're made of appropriate materials, and so that shouldn't happen. If it becomes defective during a penalty kick as it moves forward and before it touches a player, the penalty is retaken. So if you take a penalty and the ball bursts halfway between you and the goal, you get to take the penalty again. And there have been, I think, incidents where the ball's kind of burst on the way into the net. And I think it basically depends on whether the referee has noticed it or not as to whether the goal will get given, essentially. The ball may not be changed during the match without the referee's permission, so the referee's meant to, be in charge of which ball's being used. And definitely, especially at lower level football where there is a single ball, that ball has to be the same ball. You don't change them. But then there is the additional ball, and that's the multi-ball system, which is currently in place in the SPFL. Feels like multi-ball in general is used and then it's not used and then it's used again and people can't decide, but mostly at top level football you have multi-ball now, and if those can be placed around the field of play. So that's law 2, the ball, and we don't even have any FAQs for that one. So simple is the discussion of the ball.
Indeed.
So we'll wrap up Law 2 there, and we'll move on to Law 3.